What's going on, Falcon fan? This your boy Rakundo coming back at you with another video. Day 7 of training camp, and the guys keep stacking days on top of days. All the reports we're getting is just more improvement, more improvement. We're going to get into a couple of injuries today. Also, we're going to talk about some of the things that our GM Terry Fontenot had to say, and at the end, I'm going to go about just the belief around the team right now and what it means, for this 2023 season and the vibe that's going on around the city. So, guys, with that being said, if you have not already, go ahead and please subscribe to the channel. Please hit that notification bell so you know when I drop another video. Please hit the like button, so I know you guys like to hear what I talk about. Then please share my video throughout the YouTube universe so more people can come in and hear me talk about these Atlanta Falcons. So, guys, today, training camp is full effect. Day 7, third day in pads, and we have some injuries to talk about today. It's not big name guys that was going to be high on the depth chart, but there's some guys that was definitely competing for a 53-man roster, and we're going to talk about a couple of those guys today. Some guys that's nursing injuries and should be back soon, but the first two guys I'm definitely going to talk about, the guys that actually got carted off, and it was actually like 3 plays close to each other. Guard Ethan Greenridge was carted off today. The injury, not sure what his injury status is. He's going to be back, but if it's something going to be long term, you could be sure that Atlanta Falcons definitely going to make a roster transaction there. So be on the lookout for that. Defensive end Ikenna Igbinokwune. I try to not to butcher his name up, but defensive end Ikenna Igbinokwune out of Rice, guy that had a lot of potential coming in. Definitely was going to be competing for at least that practice squad spot as a defensive end, but another guy that went down today. Also, again, not really a lot of news on his injury, how long it's going to be, how long it's going to be out. But I'm sure, once again, like I said, if it's something where it's going to be a season-ending injury, I'm sure the Atlanta Falcons is going to make some kind of roster move transactions and bring in some other guys that can actually compete for the 50-man roster. We had another day where Jonnu Smith did not practice today. It's something that flared up that according to the coach, and he will be out, but expect him to be back and at the latest when they go down to Miami to practice with those guys. Matt Hennessy is still out. No timetable for him to return, so just keep you posted on that. Once again, Arthur Smith said it's something that you should not expect him out that much longer. Guys that did really good in camp today. After we get out the injury reports, our quarterbacks, once again, our first and second string quarterbacks, both had a great day today. Like I said, guys, starting to stack those days, starting to get a chemistry with these receivers and these other playmakers on the team. It's a good sign for our offense going in the right direction. These are the kind of things you want to hear from camp, right? The more and more time they get with the chemistry, the fellowship, and all those things they get with the offensive side, understanding the plays, understanding the depth on the routes, understanding how these guys like the ball. The receivers understand how the quarterbacks want to throw the balls. All these things starting to take shape. And like I said, it's just day 7 of training camp. So you love to hear that from Des Ridder and Taylor Heinicke. Both guys, could play this year, especially if Des Ridder decide to go down, something like that. So it's good to see that the quarterbacks are starting to step up, and that's a good sign for this Atlanta Falcons team. A couple of guys that's really making it hard and for the coaching staff to decide who's they're going to keep in the wide receiver room. Frank Darby and J.J. Arcega-Whiteside is starting to compete and showing flashes. Frank Darby is a guy that definitely has really going to his third season, has really started to shine a little bit. I always liked his energy bringing in, but he admitted himself, knows the offense now. His third season, really starting to show up on the field and starting to make plays every day in the passing game. Of course, we know JJ Arcega-Whiteside was a big guy, drafted high in the draft, thinking the second round by the Philadelphia Eagles, but did not pan out the way everybody expected. Being bounced around a couple of teams now, trying to get back on the roster, but he actually had a good day as well. So, both of those guys in competition, probably for that fifth wide receiver spot, along with Penny Hart and Xavier Malone, who has also shown well in camp so far. So, that receiving position, that competition is really, really good, and you love to see that, and you love to see the connection from those quarterbacks getting those guys the ball. Our cornerbacks continue to play really big, really physical. AJ Terrell, Jeff Okudah, really showing their chops, making it real hard for our receivers to actually get separation, get out the line of scrimmage, which is good because it's going to actually make our receivers better as well. But you kind of get your idea the kind of defense that Ryan Nielsen going to put out there this year. Really physical on the outside at the cornerback position, and aggressive, physical. These guys really gonna have to come with it if they want to do some things. And then a guy that we haven't talked about a lot but had a good day today was D'Angelo Malone. His good reps that he had as well. Another guy that I think definitely had potential to have one of those breakout seasons going from year 1 to year 2. So that's good to hear about D'Angelo Malone as well. So guys, you love to hear that. Good every day, new names coming up. Just let you know how competitive the camp is. They got one more day of practice. I would say then they will go on another break. Look, they go 4-day spans, and then they take a break, and then they come back again. So anticipate probably one more day or pass before they take another break, a day off, and to recover and things like that. So that's good for this Atlanta Falcon team. So guys, that's the breakdown of what the reporting come out of camp today. Once again, we got to really thank all the guys that's out there, covering the team, giving us updates. We get to hear from our players, our coaching staff, and the day we actually got to hear from our general manager as well, and he kind of echoed some of the things that Arthur Smith and what the owner had to talk about yesterday as well. And that's really what I want to just end this video on today, is just talk about the belief that is being shown from this Falcons organization going into 2023 season. You can see it from the owner all the way down to the GM, to the coaches, and to the players. It seems like everybody is really on the same page, going in the same direction, all kind of spouting the same kind of things that they're saying about the culture. Everybody believe they're in a good place right now. They believe that this team can actually do some good things this year. You heard Arthur Smith say he's really having fun out there coaching this team. The fan base is really pumped up about the potential that this team has this year. So the belief around this team, from the owner all the way down to the players to even the fan base itself, is really, really high. We haven't seen this kind of motivation in a long time. It's been a while since the Atlanta Falcons has had some success. We knew they had to go through this transition once they got rid of Dan Quinn and Thomas Dimitroff, but we are here. Everything is really look like it's positive to the moves they made. You heard Terry Fontenot say today that the offseason couldn't go any better than he wanted it to. But now it's all about these guys got to just continue to stack days, like I said, build on top of build, and confidence and belief is really the mindset that every team probably has right now. But sometimes you kind of have that confidence, but you really don't know. I believe this is just a different kind of vibe this year around this team. These guys got the confidence because I really believe that from a coaching standpoint, Arthur Smith, look what he did his first 2 seasons and what he had to work with until where he can actually do a lot of things that he was not able to do in the last couple of seasons. So this is going to be something interesting to watch. Of course, they definitely got it all put together. Health is going to play a big factor into any sports team, success throughout, their seasons and things like that. But what I'm seeing from this team, what I'm hearing, is just all positive vibes, guys, and that's what you want. All right, and if you follow this team, have been watching this team for the over the years, when it's just a bunch of bull crap and everybody just positive because it's their team or they really believe what they're saying. And I can say this year, honestly, from the moves they made, to the development of the young players that they brought in these last 3 draft classes, I believe this team really can do something this year. And I believe that the owner, to like I said, all the way down to the players, believe the same. And as a fan, that just make me more and more excited. So, guys, I'm really interested to see what you guys feel about that. They still got to go out and play the games. That's what it's all about. But just the vibe right now, the excitement, it could all end in one game, right? We play the Carolina Panthers on September 10th, and then everybody's be fooled. But I just believe in this team this year, and I'm just excited to see what's going to happen. So that's all I have. Really want to hear you guys' thoughts on this. The belief is high from top to bottom. And this is your boy Ricondo coming back at you with another video. Peace.